If you're about to build a PC, these are some mistakes you should watch out for. I hear it from tons of people who jump right into the deep end and buy the wrong motherboard for their CPU. You buy an AMD CPU because you're on a budget, and then you buy an Intel socket motherboard because they're cheaper. You always have to make sure your parts are compatible. And another thing is that people focus way too much on the RAM. Getting anything over 32 gigabytes for most people is overkill, and I see people waste their budget on it because they see the jump from 8 gigabytes to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and they just assume that the more RAM you'll have, the more FPS you'll get. Another big mistake is buying a super powerful GPU and pairing it with a much less powerful CPU. This leads to a bunch of stuttering due to the computer bottlenecking, which in basic terms means that one part can't keep up with the other. And when you're actually building the PC, please do not forget your I/O shield. And always route your power cables first so you don't get your fingers stuck trying to plug in the CPU power cable. And if we're already talking about power supplies, you should definitely get one that's quality, because some can literally light on fire and ruin your parts. Most modern ones won't, but it's still something to watch out for. And the most common mistake I see is people who successfully build a PC and then get it up and running, and once they get into games, it runs horribly. And that's because they're most likely plugged into the motherboard rather than being plugged into the GPU. I know this sounds like a lot of mistakes, but that's just what PC building is. Some people might get it on their first try, and most people won't. And if you don't want to worry about making any of these mistakes and stressing yourself out, I would just buy a computer from Easy Computers. We keep in mind that most people don't have the kind of money to spend on a PC, and even more people don't have that kind of time to spend learning how to build a PC. So if you want to skip the labor, get set up with a budget PC from Easy Computers, because not only it performs great for the price, but it also leaves a positive impact on our environment. Don't sleep. Buy from Easy.